Send me a postcard, kid. That's Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski, the little green cyclops we are all familiar with. Mike made his debut in the 2001 Pixar flick Monsters Incorporated, but since then he has earned his own prequel focused on his backstory, and he's the host of the Walt Disney Resort attraction known as the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Googly Bear himself is one of the most highly motivated characters in all of Disney, which is why he's one of my favorites. Since his days in elementary school, he strived to become the greatest scarer the monster world had ever seen, unwilling to be deterred by oppressive teachers, parties, and the other monsters' inability to accept him. Mike may not achieve all of his dreams, but his work ethic sets him apart from the monsters around him. But how did he get this way? Hello, I'm Isaac from Wotso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today we are discovering the full story of Mike Wazowski and unearthing the location of his parents. All of his motivation stems from the support from his mother. At the end of the play, Take That Thing Back Where It Came From or So Help Me, Mike highlights his mother's presence in the audience. Although it was just a silly company play and Mike's mom never says a word, we can understand everything about the relationship from this moment. No matter what Mike did in his life, she supported him every step of the way. Whether he was having trouble making friends or diligently working to make it into Monsters University, she wanted to put him in position to succeed. She was even willing to see his debut as a performer in his cheesy company play. But what about Mike's father? Where was he? Why didn't he support Mike like his mother did? He doesn't support him because he was never really in Mike's life. Regardless of whether Mike's father died when he was young, or if his father left him and his mother behind, he just wasn't able to be there like Mike's mother was. Although most monsters never recognized Mike or treated him as an equal, his mother wouldn't let him forget he was special and could achieve anything he set his mind to. As a child living in a one-parent household, Mike understood his mom needed to work excessively to put him in place to succeed. She even had to miss bringing him to college in order for her to keep her job. Mike travels off to college, determined to become the greatest scarer imaginable. But after failing Scaring 101, Mike attempted to make it back into the scaring program by winning the scare games with his fraternity, Uzma Kappa. Mike was able to win the scare games, but only because his friend Sully rigged the scare simulator for Mike. Out of anger, Mike travels through a door into the human world to prove he has what it takes to be a scarer. When Mike fails to scare the children at the camp he discovers, he feels distraught because he was unable to attain his goals even after he put in the effort to be successful. Mike felt like his whole life was meaningless, and on top of that, he had let down his number one supporter, his mother. In addition, he struggles with Sully's claim of failure because he had the stability and means to be successful through his family's name, two things Mike never had growing up. After the defeat at Monsters University and Mike and Sully being expelled, they went to Monsters Inc. to work in the mailroom. Through their diligence, they moved up the company until they became the scaring dynamic duo we find at the beginning of Monsters Inc. Through his life, Mike learns to cherish his relationships. After losing his father to some external causes, Mike's relationship with his mother flourished, and she taught him how to cherish friendships. Although he only possesses a few other strong bonds, they mean the world to him. Mike Wazowski will do anything for his best friend Sully. He is even willing to reconstruct a door by gluing individual wood chips together just so Sully could see his friend one more time. Mike also will do anything to praise his smoochy poo Celia through gestures like lavish dinners to show how much he loves her. Mike's mother being an influencer in his life also explains why Mike was so unwilling to help Sully with the child Boo who snuck into the monster world and to sneak around Monsters Inc. Mike was uneasy to jeopardize his dream job, which had allowed him to finally put his mother and himself into a comfortable lifestyle. Of course, Mike eventually decides to assist Sully's quest to save Boo, and in doing so end Mr. Waternoose and Randall's plot to steal and extract screams from children from the human world. Also, by bringing Boo to safety, Mike was one of the monsters who discovered the power increase from screams to laughter, what I call the laughter revolution. Mike's dedication to his friends allowed him to be a monster who helped solve the energy crisis that was destroying Monstropolis. All of his motivation stems from the support from his mother, who never gave up on her boy. Before I finish this video, I'd just like to highlight some comments on my past videos. Stefani Monestein asks, what if you leave the closet door open? Will monsters still be able to enter your room? I left my closet door open when I was little as a precautionary measure. I just had to bring up this pretty hilarious childhood moment of yours. Also, big shout out to the damsel who commented on the monster doors in the Pixar theory. The whole doors are time traveling portals thing makes sense until you realize that kids were becoming less scared of the monsters. If the doors could time travel, why wouldn't the monsters go back in time more and avoid the problem altogether? Really good question. Seems like that would make a lot more sense. So now it's time for you to tell me what you think. Do you have an answer to either of the commenters' questions? Do you think Mike Wazowski is such a motivated person because of the support of his mother? And what's your favorite Pixar movie? Let me know in the comment section along with any other ideas you'd like to see in a future episode of Discovering Disney. If you'd like to stay up to date when I post my videos, then remember to subscribe to Wotso videos. Thanks for watching and have a magical day.
You and me and you, both of us together.